All right, y'all, what's going on? What's the word, my peoples? And we're back for a weekly conversation. So guys, starting today, I'm gonna be putting out content, reflecting, answering questions, giving feedback, giving perspective, and all of that, you know? So let's tune in, let's get some game, let's get some feedback, and let's learn, you know? Today's topic, y'all. Today's topic, I want to talk about jumping outside of your box, you know, getting out your comfort zone. To give you guys some feedback or some background, I grew up in Highland Park, Michigan, which was a city within Detroit, Michigan. So, you know, usually I say, if somebody don't know where Highland Park is, I just say Detroit. But for people that's in Detroit, I tell them Highland Park because they know. Extreme poverty type town, crime, you know, drugs, all type of rundown type of town, you know. Yeah. Luckily for me, I always had a few people ahead of me in my life that kept my head on forward, you know. I was raised by teachers. I was raised by people who were working, and I was raised by, you know, people who basically made a living for themselves. While always being raised, I was told always, you know, don't do the street stuff, you know, stay out the streets, leave it alone. And yeah, man, as I got older in high school, I started to gear towards that. But luckily I found a mentor, and that mentor steered me in the right direction completely. Fast forward 5 years later, and you know, now I'm a college graduate. To focus basically on the subject of, you know, jumping outside of your box, you know, being doing something that's uncomfortable. I want to say, man, this illustrated my life in a sense. It all started when I moved to college. I basically had to adapt, and like I told you guys, my background, I come from the city, you know, majority black, and no real diversity. And now I go to college, where it's nothing but diversity. It's majority white, and it's just people from all over coming to this town, going to school. Kids got dreams, got goals, got, you know, careers they want to do. Me coming from the city, it was nothing I could really comprehend with. So my first 2 years in college, I was kind of to myself. I didn't really want to get out there and meet people and whatnot. And, you know, I was just saying, like, you know, that's not me, man. Like, y'all going on a hike, y'all going fishing, you know, y'all going swimming. That's not really me. I don't care about that, you know. There's all type of stuff, like, you know, just hanging out and doing different type of stuff. That wasn't really me. So, you know, I was just missing out on those experiences. But through the conversation that I had with my mentor, you know, I remember he would just constantly just tell me, you know, get out there, man, like, do something new, you know, evolve, you know, try something out. And essentially that's what I did. I remember the one summer, my first summer, I stayed in Marquette, Michigan. That was the town I was in. I didn't know anybody, and I was ready to leave and go back home because I was still kind of stuck on all my friends back home in Detroit. So I was just ready to go back home, man, and just have fun with them. And he just told me, like, wait it out. Fast forward, you know, it was a good choice in my life. For me, starting from high school, inner city kid, not too educated, not too well spoken, going into an environment where now I was essentially forced to adapt and become well-spoken, become open-minded, you know, actually understand people from different walks of life. All of these things in the process of being uncomfortable were things that propelled me to be a better person. I came out more well-spoken. I can articulate ideas more now. I have friends from all over the world, man. Like, at first I had friends from only in my area, in my environment, but now I have friends from out of state, out of country even. This was some of the best rewards that I got from breaking out of my comfort zone. You know, when you break out your comfort zone, you're going to get a lot of flack. It's going to be from either friends, family, and anyone that maybe suspects you to be a certain way. And when you're doing this, you know, you break a lot of necks, you break a lot of attention and you break a lot of stereotypes also, because once you break out your comfort zone, that, you know, an assumption that people had of you has now been broken. So like I said, for me, I would come out, and when people met me, they would be so surprised because I could probably relate to something that they're talking about now. When they're like, oh, this kid, black kid from the city, he talking about going on a hike, or he talking about, you know, going snowmobiling or skiing or something. Like, wow, you know, now we got some things we can communicate on and conversate on. Things like that help propel me, and now I can connect with individuals because my conversation has been expanded. These things, when it comes to growing out your comfort zone, are always going to be hard to do. But in the end run, there's always reward. Like I said, guys, if you want to be a better person, you're going to have to do things that make you a better person. And usually those things are never easy. I learned going to that school, the Northern Michigan, Marquette, Michigan, it was not easy in the start. The whole journey was ups and downs, guys. It was ups and downs. But ultimately, I got a degree. I was able to get immense exposure in the media department, where I worked in the marketing department, I worked in the broadcast department, I filmed for, you know, football teams, basketball teams. I was able to work on personal projects. All this while growing as an individual from Highland Park, Michigan, Detroit, Michigan. While growing through that propelled me, you know. A lot of people didn't even expect me to become the person that I am today. Like I said, when you come from the environment I'm from, you're supposed to move and act a certain way, you know, to fit the norm. But when I did, and when I went out of that norm, those people were surprised. They couldn't believe it, you know. And for the ones who didn't understand it, they threw it to the dirt. And like, oh, he's trying to be somebody he's not, essentially, you know. But the truth is, we all have something unique to us. And to break those barriers is to find those things that's unique to us. Me, I'm an outgoing guy. I always was interested in meeting new people, going new places, and, you know, just exploring. I've been always that guy inside. So if I wanted to become that guy, I had to put the guy I was from Highland Park, from Detroit. I had to put that guy on hold, on standby, because the new guy that I was becoming needed space to grow. And through that journey, looking back on it, man, it was amazing. I made friends. I have lifelong friends. I'm living. I have now some skills that I can use to move ahead in life. And I can always look back on the experience, man, and just shake my head to it. You know, it's not one of those experiences where I look and, you know, I make regrets towards it. So leave some likes, leave some comments on what you guys feel about this video. Tell me your story of you breaking out your comfort zone. You know, what did you do to break out your comfort zone? What struggles did you have? What experiences did you make? I'd love to hear it in the comment section, guys. As I said again, we will be releasing more content that is helping you guys reflect on life, and more content to even show my journey as a videographer. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. D-Way it out.